Topping pizzas, breadsticks, and Cinnabon mini rolls for just $21.99. Every day is a holiday at Pizza Hut.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
It's the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now.
Now, here's Alan Sliwa.
Good win for the Lake Show. Lakers over the Dallas Mavericks, 138-115, the final score. Lakers hit their shots. I mean, no better way to put it there. 138 points from the Lake Show. They shoot 56% from the field. They hit 19 three-pointers out of 39, shoot almost 50% from the three-point line. 33 assists for the Lakers. That's the kind of performance Laker fans wanted to see from the Lake Show tonight. And the Lakers come through with a 23-point victory. The balance, I mean, just a great balance attack from the Lakers. And I really believe this. I really feel that this is what we can expect from the Lakers as the season progresses. They're only going to get better. You're only going to see guys, yes, Anthony Davis, LeBron James. Okay, no surprise, no shock there. These are two of the best players in the NBA. Every single night they're going to come through. But it's the other guys. You know, tonight, Markieff Morris, Kyle Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell. You can go down the list of all these different players contributing for the Lakers. And there's a very, very good chance that we're going to have a lot of post-game shows together this season where we're talking about the balance attack from the Lakers, and certainly the Lakers had it tonight. Phone number 877-710-ESPN. If you want to react to this W from the Los Angeles Lakers, make sure to call us in on the Pizza Hut Lakers post-game show. I do want to go out to Lakers head coach Frank Vogel, courtesy of Spectrum Sportsnet. Let's get his thoughts on the Lakers' 138-115 win over the Dallas Mavericks.
Hey, Frank, what did you think led to the efficiency on offense, both with the starting group and the bench group as well?
Well, we have a lot of offensive firepower, for one. You know, our guys had a motivated spirit today after the game one loss. And
I'll put my half on that.
We were in attack mode, and I think everybody was.
How you going to be a distraction?
We mute everything, guys, whoever's not on mute.
Frank, if you wouldn't mind just reiterating that last part there. Sorry about the mute.
Yeah, we have a lot of offensive firepower, and our guys had a motivated spirit after the game one loss. We're in attack mode, attacking the paint, but also thinking extra pass basketball, and we had 33 assists and strong offensive performance.
Just wanted to ask you about Harrell specifically with that second unit, the efficiency that he had, how he's able to operate from what you've seen in practice, what you saw last year, and how it's playing off on your roster.
Yeah, simplest way to put it is he catches everything and he finishes everything. He's just he's a talented guy. Whether it's rolls through the basket, offensive rebounds, he's just got a great knack for his little hook shots and push shots in the paint. You can post him some, and the reason he was 6th man of the year last year, and a reason why we wanted to pick him up. He just had a terrific night, 10 for 13, 22 points.
Kyle Goon.
Yeah, Frank. It seemed like you guys had some mixed success on Doncic, but how do you feel like that defensive plan worked for earlier in the year against a really high-powered star?
Yeah, probably not good enough. Luckily, our offense was clicking the way it was. But, I do think that we did a decent job on the three-point line. This team's capable of making 20-plus threes if you overcommit to your helps. And, we just try to compete as best we can with Luka in terms of shooting a low percentage, keeping them from making a lot of threes. And, like I said, trying not to overhelp and open up their three-point game.
Dan Warkey.
Hey, Frank. Is one of the hopes with this roster that you might be able to close games like you did tonight with either LeBron or AD on the bench because of kind of the firepower you have? And is that one of the advantages of Schroder and Harrell?
It's a dual-purpose thing. We want to get, our depth, enough reps, whether it's returning guys or new guys, to get their legs on them, to get their rhythm and timing up, while also managing LeBron and Anthony's minutes early in the season. And, obviously anytime you can build a lead up enough where you can sit your starters towards the end of the game, that's always positive.
Did you ever come close to putting him back in at all during that stretch?
I'm always, cautious of how the game can turn. So, I didn't really, I never really mentally them completely out of the game until I emptied the bench.
Dave McMenamin.
Frank, what was the part of the offensive explosion do you feel like is most responsible for? You shoot almost twice as well from the three than you did in opening night against the Clippers. Is there a point where you guys find rhythm as a team because you haven't had that much time together? Is it a mix of the looks you're getting against the Mavs defense? What can you account for that?
Well, I think it starts with LeBron and Anthony playing at a high level. That puts a lot of pressure on the defense to commit, and those guys are willing passers. So, you move the ball to the basketball around with the firepower that we have and commit to the open shot. We're going to shoot a high percentage. And I'd also say we just have a number of guys playing well. Obviously, Trez and Dennis with his ability to get in the paint and create for others. Kuz played well. A lot of guys played well individually, but again, you have the type of guys that we have to attack, still make extra passes when the help comes. You have a chance to have to produce the way we did tonight.
Jovan.
Hey, Frank. The other day you said that you told Kyle that you wanted him to bring energy on both ends of the floor. What did you think of his energy tonight? He had a couple offensive rebounds, a nice block defensively. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, I think he's playing at a high level, and what I think he really improved upon last year is impacting the game in ways other than scoring. And, the defensive effort, the defensive glass, blocking shots, like he did tonight on that one help side play. And then offensively, whether he has the ball or not, he's going to be really, really active. Crashing the glass, cutting through the basket, moving out the basketball, and then obviously the ability to get hot the way he did tonight as well. So just a very versatile guy. It's a reason why we have a strong belief in him, man. And he was a big part of the tonight.
All right, we're going to take a few more. Melissa Rowland.
Hey, Frank, you guys had a 35-0 advantage in second chance points. What does that say about your aggressiveness and focus?
Yeah, well, we want to be a team that crashes. Obviously we lost two elite offensive rebounders in JaVale and Dwight, and we're a little bit different at the center position. But when we have a 5-out look, we want to encourage our guys to be perimeter crashers. And I thought the bigs and our perimeter guys were active. That's a play hard type of habit, is making sure we're honoring the offensive glass, not playing one-shot basketball. And I loved our commitment to that part of the game tonight. And then defensively, this team really embarrassed us last year with their perimeter crashing and put up high offensive rebounding totals against us. So it was a big point of emphasis in the game plan tonight is to limit them on the glass. So 0 second chance points, really remarkable for our team this early in the season.
All right, two more. Jordan Richard.
Hey, Frank, can you just talk a little bit about Dennis Schroder? He does a lot of stuff that isn't even on a stat sheet. He picks up full court, in isolation, post-up situations. He does a great job on Luka, and then 18 points, 6 assists today, and is efficient. Can you just explain how he's picking up the offense and just doing a real good job defensively?
Dennis is a dynamic player, and there's a reason we're so excited to have him here. You mentioned some of those things. He's the best defensively, picking up full court, has great containment ability, long arms to get his hands on the ball and deflect the ball. And what he can do to our team better than anyone else is really get in the paint. And his ability to wreak havoc on the defense, create things for others, and really flatten out the D. Along with the fact that he could shoot the ball from range. So, like I said, he's a dynamic player and also a big part of the win tonight.
All right, that's Lakers head coach Frank Vogel right there on the 138-115 victory over the Dallas Mavericks. Obviously, a lot of praise going around for a lot of these players from the Lake Show, specifically the balance that I talked about. Let's do this when we come back. Let's hear from Laker fans. If you want to be a part of the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show, 877-710-ESPN. Give us your thoughts. What do you think of Montrezl Harrell tonight, Dennis Schroder? 2 games for both of those players where I thought they contributed. LeBron James and Anthony Davis doing what they always do. The Lakers defense on Luka Doncic. Plus, we'll hear from some of these Laker players as well throughout the postgame show. Stay right here. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Alan Sliwa. This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Keyshawn. You ready? LA's mega sports lineup. Are you ready? On LA's mega sports station. Start your day with me, Keyshawn, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Keyshawn, Jay Will, Zubin, and Travis Rogers. Here with you each weekday morning. Mike Greenberg, Greeny is back on your radio from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. At 11, you loved him for years on 710. Max is back. Max Kellerman for your lunch hour. And at 1 p.m., my guys Mason and Ireland are back in middays until 4 p.m. How about a little afternoon flavor with George Sedano and LZ Granderson? Sedano and LZ until 7. And the LA Sports Talk Now don't stop until 10 p.m. Each weeknight, Scott Kaplan holds it down at night. The all-new 710. Don't get it twisted, homeboy. The best sports talk in LA on 710 ESPN.
On 710 ESPN.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and a pizza plus another pizza. The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
This is a Lakers town.
It's an incredible fan base, and there's nothing like it.
And nobody covers the Lakers better than Alan Sliwa on Lakers Talk.
And the Lakers are as positioned right now to go back-to-back with LeBron James and Anthony Davis as good as any other team in the league.
All the latest news surrounding the purple and gold. Hear Lakers Talk Monday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN app or anytime wherever you get your podcast.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line. Brought to you by Pizza Hut and the Triple Treat Box. 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, breadsticks, and Cinnabon mini rolls for just $21.99. Every day is a holiday at Pizza Hut.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame with Sliwa.
Now, here's Alan Sliwa.
And he threw it away. Another turnover for the Lakers. And here's Finney Smith on a run out. Anthony Davis made him miss a dunk. Wow. Anthony Davis went up and made him miss a dunk. And there was no whistle. The Mavericks think there was a foul.
Finney Smith rushed it because he saw AD in his review.
I thought that was great defense from AD.
Good all-around defense from the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. 9 steals for the Lake Show tonight, along with 4 blocks. The defensive play of the game is brought to you by Adriana's Insurance. Win and save on your auto insurance, and only Adriana's Insurance can guarantee it. We give you more options, unique offers, and exclusive opportunities to get you the coverage you need at the best price. Visit savewithadrianas.com today. Adriana's Insurance. More options, no contracts, just savings. 877-710-ESPN. Laker fans will get your thoughts on the win tonight, 138-115 over the Dallas Mavericks. Couple other things I want to point out real quick. It's nice to see, Michael Thompson was making mention of this in the pregame show. He wants to see a lot more Talen Horton-Tucker. He loved what he saw in preseason. A lot of people did. There's certainly a lot of great momentum around THT right now, and that's been one of the things that we talked about in the preseason, but also the name of Kyle Kuzma was coming up a ton. And now Kuzma on his new contract, his new deal. I know a lot of Laker fans are keeping a close eye on not what he's doing just on the offensive side, but, okay, how's he matching up on the defensive end? Is he finding ways to impact a game in any way possible? It doesn't have to be just scoring points. Are you getting rebounds? Are you getting some block shots or some defensive steals or whatever the case is? So Kuz tonight, 13 points, 6 rebounds, and also had a block shot. I thought Markieff Morris came in, hit some shot. LeBron and Markieff Morris have a kind of a unique there's a unique combination between those two players. We saw it a lot during the postseason as well in the Orlando bubble. LeBron finds Markieff, and Markieff is, let's just say, he's not shy to take a three or to take a shot that he thinks is in rhythm. He hit 3 threes tonight. He had 9 points. Also had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. So if you're getting this type of contribution from your bench, let me kind of just go over how many points the Lakers bench had tonight. Forget for a second the 28 from AD, the 22 from LeBron, the 18 from Dennis Schroeder, and the 8 points from KCP. Those were your starters. But if you start looking at just the bench players for the Lakers, 22 for Montrez or Markieff with 9, you're at 31. Another 44 total if you add Kyle Kuzma's 13. Another 11 on top of that between Alex Caruso and Taylor Tucker, you're at 55. I mean, Lakers ended up, I think, close to 60 bench points tonight. 60 bench points for the Lakers. These are going to be some of the strengths for the Lake Show. And what I'm looking forward to, Lakers got another game coming up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So they're going to play the T-Wolves coming up here on Sunday. And when you start looking at the Lakers' schedule, they're going to have, and I've kind of pointed this out before, it's not like it's the toughest schedule to start off. Minnesota is a home game here at Staples Center, for as much as home court matters. Portland is a home game. Then you'll go on the road for 2 against San Antonio. Is San Antonio, is that a playoff team? 2 against Memphis. These are all teams that are kind of on the fringe. Then the Spurs again. Then Chicago. Then 2 more against Houston. Then Oklahoma City. Then the Pelicans. Golden State. I mean, you really don't face a real formidable opponent. I'll say Portland is a formidable opponent until Milwaukee on January 21st. So Lakers are going to have some time here to really make some damage. They're really going to have an opportunity to not just, a lot of times we just look at if the team is, okay, are they winning or are they losing? That's it. That's all that matters. But I think one of the things that the Lakers are, the opportunity in front of them is they'll get opportunities to win games. And on top of that, they'll get opportunities to kind of figure things out together and be in a much better position to jive here over the next 30 days or 60 days or whatever the case is. LeBron, by the way, had a nice night as well. 22 points and 10 assists. We always want to, anytime you're going to play Luka Doncic, and you could just imagine ESPN, all the promos that they were playing, hyping up this matchup. First of all, Dallas and the Lakers, but really Luka Doncic and LeBron James. So if you look at that matchup just head-to-head, Luka 27 points, LeBron 22 points, Luka 7 assists, LeBron 10 assists, and Luka 4 rebounds, and LeBron 7 rebounds. So definitely LeBron James got the best of Luka Doncic tonight. No Kristaps Porzingis for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's a reality on the Dallas Mavericks. If they got any shot of hanging around in the Western Conference, Michael and I in the pregame show were trying to figure out, okay, where do you put the Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference? And them not playing with Kristaps Porzingis is not a good barometer. So if you're a Laker fan, take the win, take the 138 points, take that balance of scoring that I talked about, take how many assists did the Lakers have tonight? 33 assists that the Lakers had. Take all that. But you really can't gauge Dallas unless Porzingis is healthy. So I don't think they expect Porzingis to come back until after the new year, and we'll see how much into January it leaks until he does come back. But without Porzingis, it's going to be tough for them to really make noise in the Western Conference. But with Porzingis, Michael and I were trying to figure out, okay, where is this Dallas team? Between the Utah Jazz and the Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets and, the Portland Trailblazers, there's a few teams that I feel like are all in the same level. I'd say Clippers got ahead above most of those teams. Denver right below them, or maybe even at the same level. But I think Dallas kind of falls into that space where there's a few teams that are all kind of fighting there for playoff positioning eventually once we get down that road. But I think that's exactly where the Dallas Mavericks are. It was nice to see Anthony Davis come out tonight. Much more aggressive, I felt, than in that Game 1 matchup against the Los Angeles Clippers. 28 tonight for AD, 10 of 16 from the field. But the 8 rebounds, the 5 assists, and the 2 steals, that's more an Anthony Davis line. That's more what you're accustomed to seeing from Anthony Davis. Where in that first game, again, I'll reference back to the pregame show. Michael and I were talking about it. You just didn't feel that impact from your superstars the way you're supposed to. And if we want to use the ring night as, an excuse that the Lakers were getting their championship ring and it's going to take a second for them to gel, okay, that's fine. We can use it for that one night. But what you didn't want to see is a couple days later on Christmas that you had another excuse or, well, it's Christmas night and the Lakers didn't come out ready. No, I felt like the Lakers from tip-off, they were only up 3 at the end of the first quarter, but you felt like, okay, they're going to control this game. And then by halftime, the Lakers were up double digits. I want to say they were up 12 at that point. So slowly but surely, you felt like the Lakers were starting to take control. And AD, a big part to do with that. AD stepping out behind the 3-point line tonight, 3 of 5 from the 3. I was tweeting out asking Laker fans if they like Anthony Davis away from the basket, how many threes you want to see him take a game. Well, AD was saying this a couple Zoom calls before, after they do their practices, they have these Zoom calls. He said he wants to take about 5 threes a game is what the team is encouraging him to do. That he's a good enough 3-point shooter that he should be taking around 5 threes a game. And tonight, right on that mark, took 5 threes, 3 of 5 from the 3-point line. And that obviously a big part to do with the Lakers win. 138 to 115, the final score. If you want to be a part of the postgame Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show, phone number is 877-710-ESPN. We'll get a chance when we come back to hear from some of the players, get their thoughts on the victory, and then we'll start looking forward a little bit to the Minnesota Timberwolves, Lakers, and the T-Wolves. Stay right here. We appreciate you guys tuning in. This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Keyshawn. You ready? LA's mega sports lineup. Are you ready? On LA's mega sports station. Start your day with me, Keyshawn, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Keyshawn, Jay Will, Zubin, and Travis Rogers. Here with you each weekday morning. Mike Greenberg, Greeny is back on your radio from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. At 11, you loved him for years on 710. Max is back. Max Kellerman for your lunch hour. And at 1 p.m., my guys Mason and Ireland are back in middays until 4 p.m. How about a little afternoon flavor with George Sedano and LZ Granderson? Sedano and LZ until 7. And the LA Sports Talk Now don't stop until 10 p.m. each weeknight. Scott Kaplan holds it down at night. The all-new 710. Don't get it twisted, homeboy. The best sports talk in LA on 710 ESPN.
On 710 ESPN.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and a pizza plus another pizza. The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
This is a Lakers town.
It's an incredible fan base, and there's nothing like it.
And nobody covers the Lakers better than Alan Sliwa on Lakers Talk.
And the Lakers are as positioned right now to go back-to-back with LeBron James and Anthony Davis as good as any other team in the league.
All the latest news surrounding the purple and gold. Hear Lakers Talk Monday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN app or anytime wherever you get your podcast.
Lakers postgame show. Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line. The world champion Los Angeles Lakers on 710 ESPN. Your home for championship radio.
Brought to you by Pizza Hut and the Triple Treat Box. 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, breadsticks, and Cinnabon mini rolls for just $21.99. Every day is a holiday at Pizza Hut.
Once again, here's Alan Sliwa.
Lakers over the Dallas Mavericks, 138 to 115, the final score. Points in the Paint all season long is sponsored by Vista Paint. Right now, Local residents can take 40% off on factory direct, high-quality Vista Paint products. A Vista Paint team member will show you how. Locally owned, manufactured, and operated since 1956. Vista Paint, we appreciate their partnership. Lakers actually lose points in the paint battle, 54-52. So the Mavericks handle that. How about that stat earlier? 35-0 in second chance points. John and Michael couldn't stop talking about it on air. Michael was pleading to try to get 1 point from the Dallas Mavericks. 35-0. Lakers 138-115, the final score over the Mavs. All right, let's get a chance. I did mention Kyle Kuzma and how a lot of Laker fans will keep an eye out on him and see how he's contributing this season. Certainly with guys like Dennis Schroder and Montrezl Harrell coming in, this is a very, very deep team. How will Kyle Kuzma kind of find his way to make sure he's effective? He was 3 of 4 from the three-point line tonight, 5 of 11 from the field, played 22 minutes. Here's Kyle Kuzma following the game.
Hey, Kyle. Merry Christmas, first of all. You guys out-rebounded the Mavs in the first half by a lot. How were you able to dominate the board so well?
Making them take tough shots. I think that was the biggest thing. Everybody tonight did what they had to do. Better than before. Made them make tough shots, and they made some and missed some. We were able to really hold them one shot off. So.
All right, Brad Turner, please.
I know, I'm trying to get it.
There you go, BT.
About the play of the bench, especially you, Montrez, and Marcus Morris. How deep is this team? I'm sorry, Keith Morris. How deep are you guys, and how much are you guys able to help your starters out tonight?
We're a deep team. We have like five or six guys that on any given night can get you 20. We all just come in and play with energy. Just try to keep the game afloat or take the game over. So.
Kyle Goon, please.
Hey, Coach. What do you think helps this team in particular kind of advance its sort of understanding on offense and ability to pass the ball and understand? All right. All right. Can you hear me?
All right, Kyle. I think we lost you for a second there, Kyle. Do you want to start over?
Yeah. Just what helps these guys able to kind of blend on offense so well and be able to move the ball and understand where each other is going to be?
Like I kind of said, we got a lot of guys on this team, a lot of talented players. So, the only thing that can really stop us is ourselves. So we just try to not take bad shots. Everyone's just trying to move the ball, get the best shot possible, whether that's the person that has the ball or someone on the weak side. Just try to find open man and get quality shots.
Dave McMenamin.
Kyle, Merry Christmas. Outside of the result, what was better about today, and what will you need to do on these next couple of games coming up that don't have the hype of opening night or Christmas Day to keep moving in the right direction?
Today was a great day. Obviously Christmas, at times, families at home with our families. And, with this game, it was a great game for us. Obviously, it's our second time. It was totally all playing with each other. I think today was a really good step from a communication standpoint. Defensively, everyone just talking, and that just speeds up camaraderie and really knowing how to play with each other. So, obviously you don't want to see a team that score under 11. But, we got ways to go today.
All right, we have time for two more with Kyle. Let's go to Dan Boyke.
Hey, Kyle, Merry Christmas. For the guys that have been on this team last year and knew kind of the recipe for winning. How open do you think everybody is to embracing that it might be a different recipe this year, that you guys might have to do it in different ways, obviously because the pieces are different?
I mean, everyone's open. Everybody's all ears. Whether it's you guys telling us something, or vice versa. We're all trying to come here with one common goal, and that's to win another championship. So, the number one thing to do that is everyone holding themselves accountable and holding each other accountable. So, that's the thing that we're just up to speed with. Whether I may tell Trez something, he tells me something back, and we're just all ears, all listening, see what each other thinks, everyone sees. So, that's just the best part about playing winning basketball. Everyone holds themselves accountable.
Kyle, would you have worn the shoes that Trez wore in the first half? I know you're a fashion-forward person.
Those are sick. I've never seen nobody ever wear no shoes like that in the NBA court. Those are sick, for sure.
Okay, and last question here. Chris Henderson, please.
All right, Cal. So tonight was obviously, I won't say a statement win for you guys, but, facing the Mavericks, who are a potential playoff team, you guys sent out a message a little bit. Can you talk about that and how you guys were not so much neutralize Luka, but you guys did some great things. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we like you said, we did some great things, and we got some things that we still need to work on. We've only been together for less than 2 weeks, playing with each other, so we're all just trying to figure out each other's games, what works best, where guys like their spots at, where they like to go at, where guys are best defensively. So it's going to be a long season. Obviously, we're going to have our ups and downs, our high moments like today, even overnight with low moments. But the biggest thing for us is regular season is all rehearsal for the playoffs. And obviously, us returning guys, we know that. We've been through it. And we're all just trying things out and figuring everything out together.
All right, Kyle, thanks for your time, sir.
All right, that's Kyle Kuzma right there, the Los Angeles Lakers. Listen, this is going to be part of the curiosity this upcoming year, at least for me. I got curiosity on how guys kind of figure out what their role is going to be. And for Kuz, find ways to be an asset for this Lakers team. It doesn't have to all be from a scoring perspective. And, man, this team is so stacked offensively that they can really use, Kuz came on Lakers Talk about a week ago, and he said if there's one area that he wants to improve on and excel this upcoming season, he talked about the defensive side. So Kuz is going to have those opportunities. He definitely is. And to see him tonight, shoot efficiently from the field, hit those 3 3-pointers, I'm sure that's good for him just from a confidence perspective. But I just thought the story, and we'll get a chance to hear from Dennis Schroder here shortly, but I do think the story these first 2 games is Dennis Schroder and Montrezl Harrell, just to see how they both have contributed for the Lakers in the first 2 games. And not that it's a shock. I've said this about Montrezl Harrell. He's a walking double-double. You put him in for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, he's going to get you a double-double. Tonight he was 22 and 7. Okay, maybe I'm three rebounds off from a double-double. And then Dennis Schroder, 2 straight games for Schroder that in the first game he almost had a triple-double. And then in this game tonight, like head coach Frank Vogel said, the fact that he's able to put some pressure on the defense, getting into the paint, scoring buckets in the paint, and being a guard and not a big man, that's obviously key for the Lakers. Dennis Schroder coming up next. We appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Thank you for tuning in. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Stay right here. This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Keyshawn. You ready? LA's mega sports lineup. Are you ready? On LA's mega sports station. Start your day with me, Keyshawn, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Keyshawn, Jay Will, Zubin, and Travis Rogers. Here with you each weekday morning. Mike Greenberg, Greeny is back on your radio from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. At 11, you loved him for years on 710. Max is back. Max Kellerman for your lunch hour. And at 1 p.m., my guys Mason and Ireland are back in middays until 4 p.m. How about a little afternoon flavor with George Sedano and LZ Granderson? Sedano and LZ until 7. And the LA Sports Talk Now don't stop until 10 p.m. each weeknight. Scott Kaplan holds it down at night. The all-new 710. Don't get it twisted, homeboy. The best sports talk in LA on 710 ESPN.
On 710 ESPN.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and a pizza plus another pizza. The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
This is a Lakers town.
It's an incredible fan base, and there's nothing like it.
And nobody covers the Lakers better than Alan Sliwa on Lakers Talk.
And the Lakers are as positioned right now to go back-to-back with LeBron James and Anthony Davis as good as any other team in the league.
All the latest news surrounding the purple and gold. Hear Lakers Talk Monday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN app or anytime wherever you get your podcast.
Box, 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, breadsticks, and Cinnabon mini rolls for just $21.99. Every day is a holiday at Pizza Hut.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers Postgame with Sliwa.
Now, here's Alan Sliwa.
Lakers take care of business on Christmas night. 138-115, the final score over the Dallas Mavericks. Next matchup, by the way, for the Lakers. So they got the Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns, Ricky Rubio, D'Angelo Russell. That's coming up on Sunday. It'll be a 7 p.m. tip-off. 5:30 will be the pregame show, so something to keep in mind there. Let's take a listen to Dennis Schroder. So Dennis Schroder talking to the media right now. 18 points, 6 assists, 7 of 11 from the field. Ended up with 25 points. Or 25 minutes. That's 2 straight games. I thought Dennis Schroder in his first 2 games with the Los Angeles Lakers doing a fantastic job. Here's Schroder.
What's going on, Dennis? You had a great game tonight. Happy holidays. Can you just speak on just the continuity with the team and how you are able to gel together so quickly?
I mean, they're making it easy for me. The transition since the first day in practice. I think everybody came together. Really don't have no young guys really. It's all professionals who are taking it serious. So I think AD and LeBron, they led the way, did a great job. Just pushing us in that situation, and I think everybody feeling comfortable and everybody just go out there and play.
Kyle Goon, please.
Hey, Dennis. Just being able to play a game like that where the team was so potent offensively on Christmas, are you just having fun? I mean, is this sort of the stage that you wanted when you came here?
I think this group here is it's fun. We want to get stops on the defensive end, and then we just want to run, on the offensive end and make it as fast as possible. And I think, that's our philosophy. We want to go out there, play with energy, get stops, and run. And that's what we did tonight. And we just got to keep getting better from here.
Jovan?
Hey, Dennis. I'm curious about the offense spacing with the starting group. Because LeBron and AD command so much attention, and then you got Mark and KCP, stretching the floor. It feels like you're just getting right to the rim. You have a runway to the rim. What's that like for you in playing with that type of spacing and just kind of those weapons?
Like I said, we feeling ourselves. We want to get to know each other, and then I think in practice, it starts in practice, get to know each other in games, especially now. I see that I can go right open to the lane and put pressure on the rim, and nobody really helping. So I can be aggressive, because they draw so much attention with KCP out there with the three, LeBron and AD, like you said, and even Mark, he can stretch the floor. So it's a lot of space for me to attack.
Helene Elliott, please.
Hi, and Merry Christmas. Just wanted to ask you, when you came, you were so intent. You were going to start, and Coach Vogel never really committed to it, never really said publicly what he was going to do. Were you worried at all? Were you concerned that maybe you weren't going to start?
Like I said, I'm a team player. Whatever it takes, what I need to do, I want to do it. So, it's team first, and we need to get some wins. Of course, I had the conversation with Coach a little bit briefly. There was like my personal thing I wanted to, do this year. But like I said, I'm a team player, and whatever it takes, what I need to do and bring to the table, I do it every single night. So I'm not worried about it at all. And whatever I can do every night to win a game is what I'm going to do.
Mark Wicker.
Dennis, you had a lot of responsibility on Doncic tonight. What was the team concept in trying to defend him, and how often had you done that before against him? How often had you guarded him in the past?
Yeah, I did it last year, with OKC. We did a pretty good job on him in OKC. That's the reason why Coach put me on him beginning of the game. And, I think, we did a great job, putting him under pressure. He's a hell of a player. So, draws a lot of attention, but I think we did a great job. I think second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, we slipped out a little bit, but that's going to happen. The game is not going 0-0, so we're still working on it. But like I said, it was a good start, and got the W.
All right, we have time for two more. Let's go to Eric Williams.
Hey, Dennis, just to add on to that, how much do you look forward to challenge to guarding somebody like Luka, and then how much does that help your offense?
To be honest, that's like 60-70% of my game. I got to play defense, so I get into my offensive rhythm. I got to full court, pick up some the point guard, bringing it up, just play 94 feet, try to bring the energy, so my teammates see it, everybody sees it, and everybody's into it. So that's what I did my whole life, my whole career, and I'm gonna keep doing it, just to bring the energy. Even my energy, on the offensive end, is more fluent when I bring that defensive mindset.
And one final question for Dennis. Let's go to Dan Wakey.
Hey, Dennis. Merry Christmas. There was a report that came out earlier today that you and your representatives had talked extension with the Lakers and would kind of get back to that at some point. I guess I'm curious, one, what are your thoughts about possibly extending? And two, you've been here a month now. How comfortable do you feel sort of in this program? And has that changed kind of your outlook as it being possibly a long-term home for yourself?
Very comfortable. For sure, I want to extend. But like I said, it's got to be fair on both sides, and we can talk about it. But for sure, it's a hell of an organization. What I've seen so far in this month, teammates are, amazing. Front office, the people here, they're doing everything for you and your family, and just what you want to be. You want to be in that environment that you can just focus on basketball and get better every single day. So I would love to. It's got to be fair on both sides. That's all I got to say.
All right, that's Dennis Schroder right there. 2 games in and conversations about an extension for Dennis Schroder. By the way, there's a number of reasons for that. First of all, he's a fantastic basketball player. Second thing, he's 27 years old, and he could be a player that, obviously can be a contributor on this Lakers team for a while. So we'll see how things kind of play out there. LeBron James tonight, LBJ, as we always kind of look at anytime we look at the box score and we look at the results, LeBron James, the guy could have a triple-double or get close to a triple-double, and it never really means anything. And I say that in a good way because LeBron does it so often. 22 points tonight, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds. Just kind of another typical day in the office for LBJ. Let's get a chance to take a listen to LeBron and get his thoughts on the win on Christmas night. LeBron did mention yesterday how special it is to play on Christmas, so certainly this meant something to him. Here's LBJ on the 138-115 win, courtesy of Spectrum Sportsnet.
You just mentioned that your guys' film session was where you noticed some of the things and the clear, obvious ways that you can improve from the first game. How did that correlate to the offense specifically tonight, just how crisp it was and how efficient both the starters and the bench were?
We could have cracked 40 assists if we were more so careless with some of our turnovers, especially in that second quarter. But the way we're moving the ball, the way we were sharing the ball, and just keeping everybody involved, keeping everybody feeling very comfortable on the offensive end, just comes from the film, like you said, that we dived into the last couple days.
Any specific thoughts on just Trez and Schroder and the way that they're able to create offense like tonight, and on a night where you and AD still do your typical efficient scoring, albeit in fewer minutes?
Yeah, I mean that's what we have them for. We saw what they were able to do last year. Both with their respective teams last year. And their ability to score, their ability to be efficient as well, just adds to our firepower that we have. So, it was great to see that tonight. They both felt and seemed more comfortable in what we wanted to do, what we wanted to accomplish offensively, and it was big for our team.
Dave? LeBron, Merry Christmas. I got two for you if I could. One of the notable Christmas Day moments of your career is playing in Staples Center on the Heat, catching an alley-oop off the glass from Dwayne Wade. Tonight, you were the guy throwing the alley-oop to AD. Could you talk about the parallel of those moments?
Obviously, the setting is a lot different. Being in Staples Center for Christmas is just it's unbelievable feeling. We had it last year when we played the Clippers with our fans here, and just rejoicing in the excitement from our fans, being a part of a beautiful, Christmas day. But, being able to have the correlation of me catching lobs from D Wade in the past and then me being able to switch it off and throw the lobs to AD like tonight, it's definitely a blessing.
And a quick second one, if I could. You told us that wine was to be part of your rehab process to get that ankle right. Is there any side effect to the wine of affecting that free throw in the third quarter, or what happened there?
No, I told you the other night when I drink, the wine goes from straight down to the left side of my body. Tonight, I shot the free throw with my right hand, so it did not have it had bad side effects. So I'm gonna see if I can drink some wine. If I can shoot it down to the right side of my body, maybe it'll help my free throw, and it'll give me a little bit more strength to where it doesn't hit absolutely nothing. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I need to drink upside down tonight, maybe vampire style. We'll see.
Dan?
LeBron, it's a bottle in both hands is usually what works. That's typically just from my experience. I'm curious. Obviously, you guys had a really clear identity last year, and the formula was pretty laid out for how you would win. How willing and open do you have to be for that formula to be changed when the parts change, like the way they did this year? Or is it going to be? Is it the same formula?
It's the same formula. I mean, our formula last year was to defend at a high level. Rebound, and then on the offensive end, just share the ball. And we had two heavy hitters that we knew that can make big time shots and big time moments. But we also had complementary guys that we knew that we could get them the opportunities, as you guys see in the postseason. And it's the same. We have two heavy hitters, myself and an AD, and we also got some guys that can just do some great things. I mean, and as you've seen tonight, Trez and Schroder and Kuz. You can never forget about KCP because he has the ability to go off as well. And that's just the name of a few. So we know what our identity is. Our team know what our identity is. And the ball is going to be in me and AD's hand for the majority of the time. But we have the ability to be able to defer. To Dennis, and he can run the offense, be able to defer and get the ball to Trez in the low post, and he do his thing, be able to get the ball to Kuz in his sweet spots as well. So we know who we are, and we want to continue to build off that.
Kyle, good.
Hey, LeBron, Merry Christmas. Just sort of following up off of that, you talk about, you know, who you are. And obviously, you know, when you look at the scores you have on this team, you knew the potential. What's it like to kind of see that score 138 points in a game and you only have to score 22 of that? Is that so sort of invigorating to be in this situation, see it unfold?
That's what the game asked for. The game asked for and called for being well balanced. We have 4 guys that basically was in the 20s or close to it. I think Dennis had 18. You know, we was just moving the ball. Everybody was in a great rhythm. Trez did a great job of offensive rebounding. He also did a great job of being posted, making his shots. AD was AD, but I felt Dennis was just more aggressive tonight. Going into his pick and rolls at times. He stopped behind and made him, got to the lane, got his finishes, got his mid-range going. But, you know, we have the ability to where we can have 4, maybe even 5 guys that can score in the 20s, along with Kuz on any given night, as long as we're sharing the ball, as long as we're efficient, as long as we defend it. So it was a beautiful thing to see.
All right, that's LeBron James right there, courtesy of Spectrum Sportsnet. LBJ that's 2, I think, post games he's referencing drinking wine, and that kind of helps him with everything. Okay, all right, let LBJ do what the king does. 138-115 the final score. Lakers over the Dallas Mavericks. Quick reminder, coming up on Sunday, the Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves right here at Staples Center. So coverage on our flagship station, 710, of course, begins at 5:30. So tip-off's going to be set at 7 o'clock. So you get a chance to hear me and Michael start things off at 5:30. John Ireland and Michael Thompson will take it from there with the call. A good Christmas night for Los Angeles Laker fans out there. As always, we greatly, greatly appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Merry Christmas to everybody. You've been listening to the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Thank you for listening to Lakers basketball tonight. Christmas night at Staples.
Lakers basketball on ESPN LA is sponsored by Subaru of Glendale, the #1 Subaru dealer in America. Lakers basketball.
Brought to you by Pizza Hut and the Triple Treat Box. 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, breadsticks, and Cinnabon mini rolls for just $21.99.
Brought to you in part by Dignity